Selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
As easy as pie?
Sure. All you have to do is enter your license plate or VIN.
As easy as a stroll in the park.
Okay, then just answer a few questions and you'll get a real offer in seconds.
As easy as singing.
Why not? Schedule a pickup or drop-off and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
As easy as playing guitar.
Actually, I find that kind of difficult. But selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
Can be.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get an instant offer today.
This is the smell of the leftover tuna fish sandwich you left in your lunchbox over the weekend in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Ah, smell the difference? Hefty Ultra Strong has Arm & Hammer with continuous odor control, so no matter what's inside your trash, you can stay one step ahead of stinky. And for bigger jobs, try the superior strength of Hefty Large Black Bags.
The following podcast is a GreenFresh media production.
Hello, good morning, angels, and welcome back to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan or Allana, and also thank you so much to everyone who has transitioned from Lanny to Lan. It's really the little things that count. I don't hate Lanny. I just feel like Lan is more mature and represents me and this new era I am in. I love the Lanny. I still do, but I definitely prefer Lan or Allana or Lans with like an S, L-A-N-S, except the only issue with Lan is when I write it, it looks like Ian because I don't like to use capitals. So I don't know. Can't win them all, but today's episode is one that I feel very passionate about and I feel very called to speak upon right now. And I was also inspired by Trinity Tondelier's episode on manifestation. So we're going to be talking about manifestation, law of attraction, and how it's impacted my life, how it's been present in my life, how I practice it, why I practice it. And I just want to put a disclaimer that I'm no professional or expert in manifestation and law of attraction. I know it is also something that is very much a cultural practice, but it is something that I've taken into my day-to-day life, into my day-to-day routine, something that I hold very close and dear to my heart and really do believe in. And a lot of my friends also practice it. They say to surround yourself with people who are like-minded to you. And I feel like I've really done that. And I've achieved that through manifestation and law of attraction. The energy you put out is the energy you attract back. But until we get into the bulk of the episode, you know, we're going to do our weekly intention. So, wow, I didn't even think about what my weekly intention would be. But my weekly intention, I think, is going to be to really try stay present and not let what is to come or what has come overwhelm me and not to let my anxieties get to the best of me. This week, the week that I'm recording this, so last week if you're listening to this when it airs, etc., but like in the past, anyhow, I feel like I let myself get overwhelmed quite easily. Obviously not to the point that I used to, and I'm very thankful for all the tools that therapy has given me. But I really want to be intentional in this coming week, in this week that you're listening to and moving forward, of not letting little things stress me out, to take a deep breath and just try to be present and grateful for everything that is happening as it's happening and know that everything will work out as planned. So my tip of the week is going to, obviously, I like to relate the two, but my tip of the week is if you're feeling overwhelmed by everything that's going on, everything that's going to happen and whatnot, really take a moment to take a deep breath, practice your square breathing. If you don't know what square breathing is, essentially you breathe in for a certain count. I like to do 4. So you breathe in for 4, you hold at the top for 4, you exhale for 4, and then you hold for 4. I do this practice a lot in my live morning routines with Morning Club. You can go to my Instagram and I believe I have it saved. If not, I may not, but I can add it into the show notes. It gives you a free 3-month trial to Morning Club where I do live morning routines. Kaylee and Trin also do live morning routines. A bunch of my friends do them, and they all have different purposes. I like to lead my participants, you guys, my family, in through journaling, affirmations, and usually some sort of movements like a stretch or a breath work sort of thing. So definitely check that out. But my tip of the week is just to really like try to ground yourself and make yourself present in the moment. Take a deep breath, do that square breathing, and really be aware of your surrounding. Find 5 things that you can point out, like say 5 objects, anything. Right now in front of me, I can see my phone stand. I can see my computer. I can see cars on the highway. I can see my candle burning. I can see the comfy rug on the floor. Just 5 things and focus on that. Just take a deep breath. Know that everything will work out as it should. You will face all the things as they come and you will conquer them in confidence and successfully. Now on to my current faves. My current fave is toast with avocado, chili flakes, salt, and honey, and then one with almond butter, blueberries, cinnamon, and honey. And it is the perfect sweet, savory combination. I know Trin and Kaylee are also huge fans of this. So is Caitlin. So is Caitlin. So good. It's just the perfect combination of everything. And I had it this morning for the first time in a hot sec. And I was craving it so much and it was just delicious. So highly recommend that current favorite. Another current fave is meal prepping. Guys, last week I spent way too much money getting breakfast and lunch out because I was doing early morning workouts. And on Sunday I decided I'm not letting that happen again. So I ordered groceries. I meal prepped lunches. I didn't really do like different recipes. I think like next week I'll figure out something a bit better. But I got like this kale mix. I did quinoa. I did sweet potatoes roasted in the oven. And then I also did tofu, and I've been having chicken a little bit. So I cooked a chicken breast and teriyaki sauce in the oven with the tofu and then put it into little Tupperwares. And then I also meal prepped breakfast to take with me to my morning workouts. So I did overnight oats. I also prepped in little baggies ingredients for the smoothie. So I've been really liking having the ultimate recovery from Nut Bar. That's also a current fave. And so I recreated that at home so that I could just like throw that into a blender, add some almond milk or water, and then blend it up and take it and go. Super easy. And then I also been loving the Nut Bar iced super coffee. It is so delicious. I will tell you exactly what's in it. Okay. The super coffee is drip coffee, vanilla, coconut oil, raw honey, and Nut Bar nut milk. They put it into a blender and then I like having it iced, and it's so good, so delicious. I am obsessed with it. I'm just obsessed with Nut Bar overall. I'm also really obsessed with my workout classes. I think I discussed that last week. But overall, just very much a happy camper, very into all these things. I'd like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Ritual. Gaps in the diet shouldn't be ignored. Over 97% of women aged 19 to 50 are not getting enough vitamin D from their diet, and 95% are not getting their recommended daily intake of key omega-3s. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin was formulated by exhaustive research to help fill nutrient gaps in the diets of women aged 18 plus. It is formulated with nutrients to help support brain, bone, and blood health and provide antioxidant support. But Ritual didn't stop there. They invested in a gold standard university-led clinical trial to prove the impact of Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin. The results? Essential for Women 18 Plus was shown to increase vitamin D levels by 43% and omega-3 DHA levels by 41% in 12 weeks. The clinical study was published in leading scientific journal Frontiers in Nutrition. A published clinical study is a big deal and serious commitments to a first-of-its-kind standard in the industry. Ritual is committed to third-party testing from USP and non-GMO project, traceable and vegan-friendly ingredients, and always clear communication. aka no shady stuff. I absolutely love Ritual. I've heard about it for ages, and I'm so happy I started taking it. Ritual multivitamins have been a game changer for me. They're so aesthetic and cute on my counter, and I love the minty fresh aftertaste. There's no nausea, so I can take it on an empty stomach in my morning routine, which we love. Right now, Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off their first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/Allana, ALLANA, and turn healthy habits into a ritual. That's 10% off at ritual.com/Allana. Thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring today's episode. But let's get into the bulk of the episode, what you clicked on here for. And I'm going to give you some very specific. I'm going to give you all the definitions, and then we're like what I find online, and then we'll go into my own interpretations, and we're going to discuss what is manifestation, what is the law of attraction, why I do it, how it works, and the proof of it like actually working out for me. And then I'll give you some takeaways on how you can apply it into your life, but hopefully everything in this whole little episode will help you do that. I want you to grab a pen and paper if you're able to. If you're on your hot girl walk, maybe have the notes app readily available, or maybe find time to re-listen to this when you're at home and in front of a desk, or have paper in front of you, because I feel like these are things you're going to want to remember. Or if you feel like you can remember this just by listening, great for you. Not really me all the time, although I feel like I do learn a lot and absorb a lot from podcasts, but pen and paper is my best friend, so highly recommend it, and that is a huge part of my manifestation practices. But anyhow, if you don't know what manifestation is, manifestation from under popular psychology. This is like on Wikipedia. I know it's not a great source, but there's a law of attraction.com. Okay, I kind of like their definition. Okay, there are many different definitions of the word manifest, but the simplest would be that a manifestation is something that is put into your physical reality through thought, feelings, and beliefs. This means that whatever you focus on is what you are bringing into your reality. You may focus and manifest through meditation, visualization, or just through your conscious or subconscious. The process is called manifesting. For example, if you have been thinking about getting a new job and you focus on exactly what you wanted and when you wanted it, your thoughts and feelings would be strong surrounding this. You could then try to meditate or visualize your goal, and this can help to manifest it into your reality. If you then got your new job and it was everything you wanted, you would have successfully manifested it into your life. So now that you know what manifestation means, it's time to find out how manifestation works. So like with the law of attraction, a manifestation is where your thoughts and your energies can create your reality. If you're constantly being negative and feeling down, then you're going to attract and manifest negative energy. Like what I've said, the energy you put out is energy you attract. It's the same thing that goes in relationships and dating, friendships, whatever. Continuing reading from the law of attraction.com. The first thing to do when manifesting is to take a look at your thoughts and feelings. Are you feeling negative? Do your thoughts surround negativity? If so, you could then begin to manifest things you don't want into reality, which is why it's important to clear your mind and have a positive mind when you are wanting to manifest. Again, in my own words, you are what you like. The energy you put out is the energy you want to attract. So that's why it's really important to think in abundance opposed to scarcity. And that is like a huge thing that I've really been practicing and incorporating into my day-to-day routine, is to really focus on thinking of abundance over scarcity. And I learned that from JC and Chelsea from the What We Said podcast. They talk about that a lot. But essentially, manifestation to me is thinking about my goals and thinking about them in a positive and attainable way, and as if I already have them. So I try to visualize that I already have and and try to embody what it would feel like to be living the life that I'm dreaming of. And I try to practice that in my day-to-day in a physical sense. It's the same way of like abundance thinking, like obviously be responsible with your money, but like having the thought process that what you spend will come back to you 15 times greater or double or whatever it is. knowing that the money you spend will come back to you. I love thinking that way. But obviously, I'm still very smart with my money, and I'm conscious of how much I'm spending and versus how much I have coming in, etc. Let's discuss the law of attraction, because I feel like they intertwine. But simply put, according to the lawofattraction.com, the law of attraction is the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on. It is believed that regardless of age, nationality, or religious belief, we are all susceptible to the laws which govern the universe, including the law of attraction. It is the law of attraction that uses the power of the mind to translate whatever is in our own thoughts and materialize them into a reality. In basic term, like attracts like, and all thoughts manifest into things eventually. If you focus on negative doom and gloom, you will remain under that cloud. If you focus on positive thoughts and have goals that you aim to achieve, you will find a way to achieve them with massive action. The law of attraction dictates that whatever can be imagined, can be held in the mind's eye, is achievable if you take the action on a plan to get to where you want to be. So I look at manifestation and law of attraction as like interchangeable. I feel like the one can't really occur without the other, and I feel like I've become so invested in the two that I practice it on a day-to-day without even realizing it. And I feel like it's a huge part and a huge player as to how I've been able to continually work towards goals and make dreams a reality, opposed to just this long thing in the distance. I feel like my list of things to buy, to do, activities that involve spending money is never ending around the holidays, making the idea of investing and saving and thinking about your future to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more overwhelming. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for you, your kids, and your retirement, even during the holidays. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that matches you. You don't need a ton of time. You can create your Acorns account and start automatically investing your money in just 5 minutes. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money you've got right now. That could be $5 a day or even just your spare change. That's right, Acorns can round every purchase you make up to the dollar and automatically invest your spare change for you. And you can get bonus investments just for buying the stuff you need from the brands you love. I personally love Acorns. It's simplified the investment process, which can be overwhelming and intimidating, but it just makes it so simple, so easy, and something more accessible no matter how much money you have to invest. Head to acorns.com/Allana or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/Allana. I'm super excited about today's sponsor. They've sponsored the podcast before, and this is a topic I'm super passionate about. I fear that us as girls struggle with PMS far more than we should, and we really shouldn't. I truly get the worst PMS symptoms. My boobs are sensitive, my face breaks out, my sugar controllings are out of whack. I feel like I'm just a bottomless pit. My mood is not the vibe, and Estro Control has been super helpful in helping manage those PMS symptoms and making that time of the month a lot more enjoyable. Estro Control is a formula developed by Happy Mammoth, a supplement company dedicated to making women's lives easier. Say no more. Estro Control contains science-backed herbal extracts that help support hormonal health, especially if you are someone like myself who struggles with PMS. It was created to help women feel like themselves all month long and to not struggle with the feelings PMS can cause. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Allana at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use the code Allana for 15% off today. Being super busy can make it really easy to fall into a dinner time recipe rut, or even with your lunches. Any meal, honestly, can get you into a rut, especially with a busy schedule this fall. You can keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. It's truly a no-brainer. It does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. It's never been easier. I personally love HelloFresh as a way to get exposure to new recipes, make my life a bit easier as a busy 20-year-old in the city. And I love that it's worry-free, it's super easy, it's convenient, and gets delivered straight to my door. Go to hellofresh.com/50ray and use code 50ray for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/50RAE and use code 50RAE, 50RAE for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray.
This is the smell of a warm 3-day-old egg salad sandwich in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag with new Fabuloso lemon scent.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Smell the difference? When life gives you stinky, get Hefty Ultra Strong with new Fabuloso lemon scent. It smells like clean, freshly picked lemons. So no matter what's inside your trash, you can stop the stink and smell the lemon.
Okay, so let's go on why I do it. I feel like I've always been a very goal-oriented person. I've always been very self-driven, self-motivated. And if you've been listening to the pod for a while now, or you've been following me on socials for a bit, you would understand. And I feel like you have a good grasp and understanding that I'm a goal getter. I don't just make dreams, I make goals, and I know I'm going to achieve them, and I will do whatever I need to do in order to achieve those goals. Like, I will run to the ends of the earth in order to catch my dreams. Like, as much as like I'm a dreamer, I'm also a realist, and I like want to make those dreams a reality. Like, I would not say that my head is in the clouds, but I definitely am a risk taker, and I'm willing to take risks in order to make my dreams a reality, and I want my dreams to be a reality. So I practice manifestation and law of attraction because I was inspired by other people who always spoke so highly of it, and the results that they got from changing their mindset to this mindset of abundance and positivity. Not toxic positivity, it's still very real, but it inspired me, and it was something that I wanted to practice in my own life, and I fell into through my journaling practice and practicing gratitude and goal setting, and also seeing my friends do it really inspired me. So that is why I do it. I love that it gives me a purpose and an intention for each and every day. And it's just a way to continually inspire me and hold me accountable as a young, independent adult. It can be really hard to stay to goals. I will admit that, especially when you are post-school, you're a graduate. You don't really have a teacher telling you what needs to get done and when it needs to get done. Obviously, if you have a traditional job, like your boss will have certain deliverables for you and things that you need to reach. But in your personal life, like your parents aren't really in control of that. And if you want things to happen in your life, and if you want to live a certain type of life, it is up to you to achieve it. So I love manifestation and law of attraction because it is something I'm passionate about, and I feel like it holds me accountable for wanting and working towards achieving my goals and attaining the life that I visualize for myself. So how do I do it? I started doing this through journaling prompts. I still have a bunch of prompts up on my page if you scroll or go through my journaling highlight. I'm not currently releasing new ones, but I hope that as I learned how to make journal prompts from practicing other people's journal prompts, you can do the same. I also love the 5-minute journal. I love my vision and action planner because it's a planner and a journal for goal setting in one. But I love journaling on a daily basis, whether it's through prompts or merely just writing out my goals. I learned how to write out my goals from my old manager, Raquel at Lululemon. We focused on this a lot in goal setting. So I like to write out my goals in present tense and that I already have the things that I'm seeking. So for example, I am living in a beautiful open space, bright condo, alone, like my own space in a city that I love in June 2022. And I like to attach it to a date. So I like to do that. Or sometimes I attach a physical and emotional feeling. So my chest is open and my heart is warm now that I have XYZ on XYZ date. I also love to do visualizing. I used to practice this more when I would elevate my legs. Every single night I used to elevate my legs on the wall. I don't really do this so much anymore, but when I was doing that, I would close my eyes and I would go into almost like a meditation. I'm not a huge fan of meditations, although I've been doing them at events a lot more lately and I'm starting to become more comfortable with it. But visualizing is essentially you close your eyes and you try to imagine what your dream life looks like, and you mentally describe every single detail from how are you feeling, what do you look like, where are you, what is surrounding you, who is with you, what are you doing, all that sort of things, and really get down to the nitty-gritty. Like say you're trying to manifest a partner into your life. Who is this partner? Maybe they don't have a name yet, but maybe what do they look like? What is the energy they embody? What do they do? What type of partner are they to you? How do they support you? What are their love languages? How do you show that you love them? How do they show up for you? Really getting down into the deeps of the details. And when I visualize, I get into like this trance state. Like I will I don't even know how to explain it. Like besides being like a trance, like I will wake up and like open my eyes and I just like, I feel like I've been like in such like a deep like haze. Like it's kind of a surreal feeling. It almost feels like your visualization is a reality, and that's a really good way to manifest. I also love doing vision boards. I love doing a vision board before the new year and really getting like specific with what I'm putting on there. And guys, like, kid you not, like vision boards work. Me, Trin, and Kaylee were all discussing this like on our New York trip about like how like our vision boards have already like come true. Like I think like 80% of my vision board has already like manifested into reality. And it's only March 10th when I'm recording this, which is crazy. Like we're only in the third month out of 12. Like we're a quarter in to 2022. And the fact that 80% of my vision board for 2022 is already accomplished is huge and insane. And I think that just goes to show how manifestation and law of attraction, when you are actively practicing it to its full capacity in your day-to-day life, can have huge impacts and a huge return. I also love having discussions. I feel like if you put something out by saying it, it can really help manifest into reality, because not only are you discussing it, you are discussing it and your brain is like processing it. And so then like front of mind, like your subconscious and your conscious are aware of it. And so therefore you're going to take actions and make choices that help progress you along that manifestation, that goal that you have. But you also now have people who are going to hold you accountable, or at least are aware of what you are striving to go afterwards. So just discussing it, like once you put something out into the universe, again, like the law of attraction, what you put out comes back. So that's what I love doing. And so how does manifestation work? I feel like a lot of people like to give manifestation a bad rap. Like, how does it actually happen? Like it can't just like happen out of nowhere. And you can't just like write down a goal, forget about it, and expect it to happen. The process of manifestation and the practice of manifestation and the law of attraction is that you are continually thinking of what you are trying to manifest. And therefore, as a result, the actions and the choices you make in your day-to-day life add up and lead you closer to where you want to end up, and eventually you get there. It doesn't come out of nowhere without any hard work. You have to put in the work in order to receive. What you put out is what you attract. Again and again, theme of the episode, the energy you put out is the energy you attract. Remember that. The energy you put out is the energy you attract. And that goes, again, for the people you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with negative energy and people that aren't focused on the same sort of goals and life aspirations as you are, you're going to continue to attract that energy that they're giving off into your life because you're allowing yourself to surround yourself with that. But the moment that you surround yourself with like-minded people and people who are as driven and as motivated as you, or maybe even more so, you're going to attract more of that energy into your life. So I think by practicing manifestation and law of attraction on a daily basis, whether it be through journaling, visualizing, vision boards, discussions, or even just like thinking about it in your subconscious and your conscious, is how it will come into fruition. And I want to end off this episode. I know it is a bit of a shorter episode. We're only at like around 24-ish minutes on my recording counter. Being super busy can make it really easy to fall into a dinner time recipe rut, or even with your lunches. Any meal, honestly, can get you into a rut, especially with a busy schedule this fall. You can keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. It's truly a no-brainer. It does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. It's never been easier. I personally love HelloFresh as a way to get exposure to new recipes, make my life a bit easier as a busy 20-year-old in the city. And I love that it's worry-free, it's super easy, it's convenient, and gets delivered straight to my door. Go to hellofresh.com/50ray and use code 50ray for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/50RAE and use code 50ray 50RAE for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
But the proof of the results, I feel like everything, obviously, I'm not going to discredit my hard work, but I feel like my manifestations and my law of attraction practices have definitely brought this into my life. But I'm going to give a few examples of things that I have previously manifested and are now a reality. I don't want to discuss things that are still coming into fruition, because I do think, like, I don't want to jinx anything. I'm very like superstitious like that. But a few things, and if you know me and where I was a year ago, then you'll be like, oh my God, like that is insane. So number one, living in a condo, like specifically this condo, it's everything I could have dreamed and more. That is something I had wanted for so long, and to be living in a city that I love and such a bright and open condo is incredible. Working for mutual friends, I remember following them in the summer and seeing this cool agency and being like, wow, like I would love to work there one day. Like I don't know if I would ever would, but like that would be awesome. Literally applied for the job on the whim. It turned around so fast, and now here I am. I'm on my 3rd month of working there, which is pretty insane. Being able to be financially stable and independent from my parents at such a young age. I moved out at 21. I'm 22. I'll be 23 in less than 6 months. And I'm still in awe that I'm where I am right now, because for so long I felt so behind because I didn't really have a job in high school. I only really started working summers in university because I'm very grateful that my parents were able to and willing to support me for so long. So it feels pretty insane to be financially independent and stable and support myself in the lifestyle that I have independently. And I know that I do have privilege, and there are certain things that I have had that have given me a step up and a leg up, but I'm very grateful for where I am. The New York trip, I had posted that I wanted to travel at the beginning of 2022. That was my goal for 2022. And I've always dreamed of being in New York City for New York Fashion Week and attending events and attending the Aloe event and everything. I really do feel that was something I manifested. Brand deals with certain companies, which are insane, like Nike and Hoka and Lululemon and all these insane companies. Like, it is a dream come true. I also think I manifested all the friendships that I have right now. And just like what I'm able to do career-wise is everything I could have dreamed of and more. And it's insane. Trin, Kaylee, and I were discussing how we think like when we were in New York together, we opened some sort of portal, like manifestation portal, because so many things that we have said together were like, wouldn't it be cool if we got a partnership with this brand, or if this happened, or we did this, or like XYZ. And 95% of the things we've discussed have become a reality, which is beyond fucked and like insane. Excuse my language. Actually, no, don't excuse it. I don't care. It's beyond fucked. And like, we are just like living 2022 it's our year. We're making it happen. But those are the proof of the results of practicing manifestation and law of attraction. If you don't believe it's real, that is okay. If this helped make it feel real to you, I'm very, very glad that it did. If you have any questions on how to practice manifestation or law of attraction, all that stuff, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. It's just at Allana Blumberg, ALLANA BLUMBERG. And you can also follow me on TikTok if you're not following me already. I'm starting to learn that a lot of you guys are discovering who I am from just my podcast and aren't aware of my socials. So they're always linked in the show notes. I also have my Revolve links of what 90% of my clothes are right now. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing in my stories on socials or in a TikTok, it's probably linked in my Revolve favorites. And if you liked this episode or you like the podcast in general, make sure to leave a rating. You can now rate on Spotify, so I'd love if you do that. On Apple Podcasts, you can also leave a review. I'd love that, as that's how you can help support the pod. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Morning Ray. I love you guys so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.